Hello and welcome to our new video for dirt bike riding tips for beginners. The first important thing to learn if you are a beginner rider is how the clutch works, how the clutch engages. So every time start your dirt bike when it's on neutral, grab the clutch, put the first gear in and just see together with the throttle, see from where the clutch engages. So test it, you see it yourself and you understand where your clutch engages with the throttle. Understanding where the clutch engages with your gear is super important because it's the first step for your riding. So always start with the neutral, put the first gear in and just see where the clutch engages. The second beginner dirt bike riding tip I want to give you is how to change the gear. So it's a crucial part that, as you probably know, your foot needs to be on the ball of the feet, the ball of the pegs all the time. And when you want to change the gear, your leg has to move like this. Remember that after you change the gear, you have to move your leg back on the balls of the feet. You don't want to keep it here because your toe can get stuck in some rut or something like this, and this can cause you some problems. So make sure that you move the foot back on the balls of the feet right after the gear change. And the movement is like this, fast and efficient. The third beginner dirt bike riding tip I want to give you is perhaps one of the most important ones, is the correct body position. And I call it 50-30-20 rule. So you want to have 50% of the weight on the foot pegs, on the legs, like this. 30% of the weight has to be on the knees part, with your grabbing the bike with your knees. So if you are like this, 80% of the weight is already distributed into this part from my waist down. I can move on the bike properly and I'm attached to the bike, as you can see. And the remaining 20% goes on the hands, not more. And it's important to remember that weight is not meant to distribute on the hands, because your hands are not as strong as the lower part of your body, and you need to grab the bike with the lower part of your body properly. Have your legs on the balls of the feet, toes are pointed towards, grabbing the bike with your knees, and 20% of the weight are on the hands. The fourth tip I want to give you is take your time, concentrate. Taking your time and concentrating on the one technique, one thing at a time, is very important. Because especially when you're a beginner, there is a lot of information, what you should do, how you should ride in the corner, how your body position should be, and so on. And it's not possible to remember everything and to concentrate on everything and to practice everything at one time. So if you are in the beginner riding phase, then take one thing, focus on it, and only practice this one thing. When you're comfortable with this technique, take another one, and another one, and practice these things in the training. Don't go too fast. Practice on a lower speed. Important is that you develop these skills into your body's muscle memory, that these things are coming as automated reflexes and you don't speed too much, because this is when you are starting to do mistakes. This is when accidents are starting to happen. Important is to get the techniques in place and start with a lower speed, and as you develop these correct techniques you can increase the speed. How would you like to learn motocross with me? I have really good news to you, because I just opened my 7-step video course, 7 techniques for winners. This video course is the ultimate motocross course for correct dirt bike riding techniques. In my video material I walk you through all the techniques you need in order to ride faster, safer and with more confidence. And I've added a lot of bonus material on top of it. So I've added a link to the video description. Make sure to click it, browse around, and I really hope to see you learning motocross with me in my course. So this was the video today. Make sure to subscribe and see you on the next video.